Hey, welcome to Down the Shed. In this video, I think we are making a GSM mobile phone indicator. I've got so many kits, but just from looking at this one, that's what I think, because it's only got a single LED and the fact there's a load of resistors in here and a few transistors, is kind of speaking. There's a few bits I'm not sure what we do with though, so we might be getting hold of a supplier. Which reminds me, I have to check my emails for what their instructions are on the LED clock, although I don't really need them. I know what I'm doing, it's just the last one didn't do what it should have done. So I'll pretty much get this one sorted out, get stuff in place, and then we'll crack on. So as you can see, there's a heck of a load of resistors in here. So the old component tester will be, they could have marked these bits of paper. Lazy sods. Manufacturers, too much haste, not enough customer detail. Right, so that's that lot. We'll see in a moment. Got all the parts laid out. This is definitely the GSM signal phone booster thing, because I've checked my orders and actually wanted to compare. You do need to make this into a coil, which means it only shows one wire in the parts, but it shows a second wire coming off as an antenna or something. So you will need to add another piece of wire. So I've identified all the resistors with the multimeter this time. So I'll start populating this board. It is 220 at the top. Actually, I'll turn this around so it's your way. So we've got 220, 10k, 1M, 10k, 1M, 470k. So when I come back, you'll see all those on the board. The 220 is red, brown, gold. The 10ks are brown, black, orange, gold. Just set that one in a bit there. The 1M is brown, black, green, gold. And the 470 is yellow, purple, yellow, gold. What I don't understand is why they've given me a couple of 1k resistors. These are brown, black, red, gold. I haven't got anything on the board that corresponds. So I don't know why we've got those. I can't see anything on the board. LED, transistor, capacitor, transistor, diode. I think that's a capacitor. That can't be. It can be. So that's definitely a 103. That's definitely a 103. So that is the two 103 capacitors. That's our thingy. J2's the aerial thingy. That's power. So yeah, I don't know why, unless they've made a mistake, I better check the listings before I solder any of these puppies in, because a 1M could be a 1K. There's definitely all 1M on the board. 220, 10K, 1M. 10K, 1M, 470. So, right, well, I'll check the listings and we'll see in a minute. I've checked all the resistors to be sure against a customer's review, and they're all correct. So I don't know what the 1Ks are for. Everyone's moaning about the coil wire, so we'll have to sort that out ourselves. So we'll just turn the iron on and start soldering this lot in, and then we'll crack on with the rest. But I'm just going to pop the LED in. I've left it slightly proud, so if I have got it in the wrong way, I think I've got it in the right way according to the schematic or the silk screen. But just in case it's not, I've left myself room to sort that out. Not too much solder on there. Well, not any on that one. Yeah. No, it has. Take a little bit off that one. There we go. So that's the LED. I'll snip them slightly proud as well. Right, that's the three transistors in place. So that's the 3 transistors soldered in, the 2 caps in place. Do solder them in now. So there we have it. That's basically the finished kit. I've soldered the antenna wire on. We've got the coil thingy. I had a bit of wire docking around that I knew was solid core, so I stripped that and wound that round a probe of a multimeter. We've got the power connector in, the diodes in, everything else is done. So let's test it. My only problem here is we'll have to finish the video tomorrow. Let me try and get this camera moved. We'll have to finish the video tomorrow because the only way I've got of actually operating this, I'm guessing that's hopefully the LED's in the right way. But the only way I've got of operating this is the camera that I'm using. As soon as I exit this, it's going to stop recording. Okay, so I've there we go. So I've reversed the LED just to be sure. I've tried ringing the missus's work number again because that's the number I know I can ring as a test number, and absolutely nothing happens in either polarity of the LED. So we'll just put this one down to as non-functioning, and perhaps when it'll go in the drawer, parts drawer, and perhaps one day it'll make it onto a shelf of shame. So anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get more of these generic kits available on all the usual websites where I build them and show you them, and sometimes you don't get to see a lot, as in this one. Sometimes we get a success. So thanks for watching and see you soon. Well, just a quick end note on this kit. The reason why I don't think this GSM phone doobry what's it actually worked is back in the day I used to have, well, I've had phones since about 93, but around 97, 98, sort of Sony Ericsson era and the like, you used to be able to unscrew the top of the aerial because you used to get a little stubby one like this. That way. So sideways. There we go. You used to get a little stubby one sort of about that tall, and you could unscrew them and buy new aerials or antennas which had LED lights inside them, and they were clear plastic bodies. Just before the phone rang, when you sort of hear the dit on the radio, the light would start flashing and you knew you were going to get a call or a text or something. Modern phones don't seem to do that, so that's the reason why this kit didn't work. Basically it just needs an old school phone to ring near it, and that would flash away. So yeah, it's not a failure really, it's just a out of date kit, so not really any practical reason to buy it other than to solder it together, but you're not going to get anything out of it, so give that one a miss really if I was you. I've been Jason, this has been Down the Shed. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again soon.